Hello, uh, my name is Raoul. So today I'm going to show you how we can apply uh, the service patch in the SQL Server 2022 that have the existing always on high availability code name. So this demo is just for the testing purpose. This is just the demo. So before we jump in this demo, I think I already introduced myself as you can see in my previous video. So you can watch, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and see or maybe watch my previous video. I already introduced myself. So as you can see, I'm more specialized and certified as a SQL Server database administrator, certified and specialized as a business intelligence stack, which is the SQL Server integration services, analysis services, reported services, and also I do hold some certification in Microsoft Azure fundamental. So yes, this is just an overview for for the batch I already have. So I like to share what I know regarding the Microsoft application or server. So, like I said, today I'm going to show you how we can apply the service patch in the SQL Server 2022. So, what does that mean? The service patch. So service patch is, I think, is the act of running an installation program from Microsoft to install and updating a build of SQL Server on an existing SQL Server instance. So this could be the form of the service pack, so the SP, and this also be uh, the form of the cumulative update, the CU, or a general distribution release for the GDR. Donc aujourd'hui, je vais un petit peu vous expliquer comment on peut appliquer un service patch sur la version SQL Server 2022 avec euh, Always on High Availability Code. Et c'est quelque chose de très important parce que qu'est-ce que ça signifie? Donc, ça signifie que c'est l'action d'exécuter un programme d'installation de Microsoft pour installer une version de mise à jour de SQL Server sur une instance existante. Donc, c'est un petit peu le fonctionnement des services patch et c'est très, très important. So, what happens if you don't patch your SQL server? So, if you don't patch your SQL server is critical fix to no issue will be missed by your organization. So you will miss the security update and a patch to keep your compliance and protect your data, right? So, as you can see, sorry, this is the Microsoft Azure, this is the DevOps. So, as you can see, if you are open this documentation, right, I'm gonna just go through these tips of documentation, but keep in mind is a very important when you're working in the organization production environment to put in place your own documentation, right? C'est très important lorsque vous travaillez dans une organisation de mettre en place une documentation, surtout en ce qui concerne aussi les services patch. So, je vais essayer de vous expliquer quel type d'approche qu'on peut utiliser pour vraiment appliquer les services patch. So, first of all, imagine or assume that, or maybe there is a thing to consider, right? uh, if you have your SQL Server standalone patching for the best practice, what you should do first of all is test the service pack or cumulative update, as you can see in my notepad on lower non-prod environment. Is mean that you need to make uh, that process, you need to process in the dev SQL server before apply into the production server, right? This is for the best practice. And you need to take the application owner approval and downtime maintenance windows. You need to perform the database health check before applying the cumulative update, right? You can also, uh, for the step to apply that service pack cumulative update, so the sanity reboot of a host machine, you need to take the full backup of all the database user and include the system database. This is a very important as well. You need to verify that no SQL agent job running and disable the SQL agent to avoid the risk of starting, for example, as well. Uh, Applying the service pack or community update or respective instance, because sometimes you can have a multiple SQL server instance, right, that is running in your physical machine. I'm going to show you, for example, right? You need to reboot of host machine. Once a server reboots, then database health check, and we check the error log. So this is the example. You execute sp underscore or read error log in the SQL server. And after that, you need to send out communication uh, to the application owner and inform them we have successfully applied the cumulative update service pack. Because this is so important as well, because when you're working in the organization production environment, the communication is very important with other department or maybe other services or maybe your someone in your team or someone else as well, and you need to interact with the application owner and inform them, right? Because it's so important. You can inform them by email as well. You can inform them depending or according to the requirement, right? So, and also application testing is a very important as well. We need to test what we have done, right? So, and then if we move on for this one, this is how you can apply the service patching in the SQL Server with always on high-availability code, right? So first, the best approach is first thing you have to do, like I said, take the backup of the SQL Server, apply that in the dev server before apply in the production server. So here we need to change the synchronous commit to asynchronous commit if you want. We need to change this part. This is very important. Change the automatic failover to manual failover. The reason to change the automatic failover to manual is because I need to have that control for what I'm doing, right? So, and then we need to make sure the ability group, the AJ is on the primary replica, and we also need to upgrade the secondary replica, apply window a patch or SQL services pack CU, and then fell over to the secondary replica. And we also need to upgrade the primary replica, and we fell back ability group to primary replica, and we set the synchronous commit and automatic failover as it was before upgrade, right? So let me go here because this just the tips of documentation, right? It's nothing. So, but keep in mind when you work in the organization, production environment, we need to put in place our documentation. So let me open first of all here. For example, this is one of the documentation I already have. So as you can check, so if you check the sheet here below, this is for the SQL Server. This is all the information for the SQL Server 2005. You have the information for SQL Server 2008. So as you can see, if you can go here for 2005, as you can see, build number, key number, key URL, and so on, etc. Release date, service pack level. This is for the 2008. You see all the information as well. You can also filter and take the latest version. This is the latest version on the top. This is the release date, so 2023 0214. You have the SQL Server 2008 R2. This is the information we have. And then this is 2012, 2016, and this is the detailed fixed list for the 2017. So as you can click here, as I can click here, you can see all the information, description, feature, component, platform, version, update, and you can go for 14 as well. You can see all those information. So what I'm looking, this is the detail for the fixed list for the 2019. So we can go here as well. You can see all the information. And if you can go here as well, let me go here. You can see if you click here, that will take you to the website. So let me click here and that take you immediately to the website. So this is where, this is in French, right? Donc ça c'est où vous allez aller justement télécharger l'application Cumulative Update et installée sur votre machine. Donc voilà un petit peu. I can close here, or maybe I can close the website from here. So, and then if you go back here, this is the 2019 information. And here, this is the detail fix, right? For the SQL Server 2022. So this is what, this is the version I need. So if I go here, and I can show you, as you can see here, there's a lot, there's a more, and here there's a few, right? So as you can see, the latest version here is a 2023 07 and then 13. So this is the July. So this is the latest version. If I click here, so if you can start here, let me open the SQL Server in my physical machine, SQL Server Management Studio here. And so in my physical machine, I have three instances. So the first instance I have is AGC 01. The second one is AGC 02. And then the third one is AGC 03, right? So I'm going to connect to the AGC 02. So connect. So as you can see here, if we, so how to show you how to show in my SQL Server Management Studio the cumulative update. So right click, go to the new query here. Oh, sorry, right click, go to the new query, and then select is very simple, right? Select add and then version. So as you can see, if you select this version, and then you can copy this version here and then come back here and paste here, and then we can, let me then go here. As you can see, this is the, let me push out. So let me comment this one above. So Microsoft SQL Server 2022 RTM. So see the last time that has been upgrade. So October 2022, right? That is not good for me. So I need to change this one, right? I need to update this. So this is not what I want to show you. Let me show you something. So I'm going to connect. So I have, this is the VM in the virtual box. I have three VM machine. I have the DC where my domain controller, this is my domain controller, right? Where I have the Active Directory, the DNS as well. So this is the SQL Server Raoul Node 2. and this is the SQL Server Raoul Node 1. So let me connect here, right? I'm going to connect to this one first and then provide a password here. I don't want to tell you my password. I can close here as well. Let me go here. So I can, this is the Active Directory. So this is where I can create a username, uh, grant the permission to the user. So let me open. So as you can see, right? So I have, yeah, as you can see, that's fine. This is the way my username here is the username. I'm going to correct this username. So let me go here and then log into my server one and then SQL Toma. So you can watch my previous video how we can create always on hybrid code from scratch, and from there you can see how I've created the VM from scratch and create always on hybrid code as well. So uh, so far so good. So let me close this and then let me log in here as well. Then let me log in here, SQL Server Raoul Node 2. And then let me connect password. And let me come back here to my Node 1. And then let me go here, open the SQL Server Configuration Manager and check something if the SQL Server is running. Yes, it's running. That's perfect for me. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to connect to the SQL Server Management Studio here. Then let me go here and do the same action here. Close this node 2, and then let me go here, and then let me open the SQL Server Configuration Manager and check if my server is running. That's perfect. Ça, c'est très bien. Ça marche. Maintenant, je vais me connecter à l'SQL Server Management Studio ici. Et so far, so good. So let me go back here. Yeah, this is node 1. So let me take the node 1 here. Server 1. Check here. Node 1. Connect here. So far, so good. So, and then here, pardon, I have three database. So this database is based on the always on hierarchy group. I have this user database, cell CRM database, TGS database. So if I expand always on hierarchy group, I have some existing always on hierarchy group, which is this one. So right. So now, as you can see, if you right click here, let me go here, go here. This is the server. I mean, this is on this server. I mean, this node 1 is on the secondary replica. Let me go here, and here I can connect to server 2. It's fine for me. Go back here, and then what I'm going to try to show you here, right? Expand this here. This is the database I just showed you right now. MKG demo, and I can close this one. So here you can see at the moment I do not have the listener, right? The listener is just the client connectivity. So I'm going to create the listener maybe at the end. So, all right. So now if you open my file over cluster manager console, which is this one, and I'm going to show you something here. So in this, if you can expand this, go here, go to the node and show you the AHT Raoul demo, right? For the always on hierarchy group name. And here is the note, Raoul, SQL Raoul note 1, SQL Raoul note 2. So now what I can do, I can fail over here automatically, come here and right click here and go to move and select, right? But I don't want to do here. So close here. And then the first thing I have to do, I need to, because this SQL Raoul node 1 is on secondary replica. So what I'm going to try to show you right now, if I right click here, go to the dashboard, and in the dashboard, you can see all the information here, right? So what I'm going to try to do here, I'm going to try to uh, fail over. So this one will become the primary replica, right? And the other one will become the secondary replica. So right click here, right click here, right click here and fail over here, right? Let me show you quick. Then yes, then click finish. You can see more detail. We can close and we can refresh for the best practice here. And then if you expand this one, as you can see now, everything has been changed. You can see now, this has changed to primary replica. As you can see, right? If you go back here to my node 2, which is this one, and expand the database and expand always. And then as you can see now, you can see the node 2 is the secondary replica. So now what I'm gonna do, go back here, I can close this one. I need to take the full backup of this database, right? So I like to use the maintenance plan, right? So if you expand this one, and then what I'm going to, let me delete this one. Delete this one. Let me delete this one. Let me delete this one. Go back here and then expand this one as well and select all job. This is for, this was from my previous video I did with the database mirroring and the log shipping. So I don't need this one at the moment. So you can watch my previous video and from there you can see how I've configured or set up the log shipping and the database mirroring for disaster recovery. So let me close this one as well. And then yes, that's fine. So let me go back to my node 1. And then this is my node 1. And then now what I'm going to do, I need to take all user database that reside uh, into my node 1. So in order to do that, I need to go to the maintenance plan here and then create a backup. So what I'm going to try to do here, let me get this, go here and then go here, SQL, this, I need this. Okay, so that's fine. You copy this one like this, go here now, then say, okay, let me see, Raoul backup, right? Raoul backup demo, right? And then, so the naming convention should always be consistent when you're working in the organization production environment as well. So here, what I'm going to do, click next, and then we can check the database integrity. We can shrink the database for the performance tuning optimization. We can reorganize the index. We can review the index. We can update the statistic. We can clean up historic. So what I need here, I need to full back up here. Say okay, and then click next. And then here, this is where you're going to set up all stuff. So here I need to choose master. This is the system database. I don't need this one. Can take model database, MSD database, select CRM, TDS. No, that's fine for me. Click OK. I'll go here now for the destination. And in the destination, what I can do here, I can browse. Otherwise, I can go here, remove this, and I can paste here this one. And then that's fine. Click option. So this is for the demo. Click next. And then I can write in the report to a text file, can email, but I don't want to do that one because, and then finish. Then it's perfect. So close this one, refresh for the best practice, expand this one and this. Now here, if you refresh this, you can see you can schedule this one automatically, right? It depends. So now, if I go back here to the file himself here, and then SQL Server, and then here, there's not. So now, I'm going to show you something because there's no file. There's not a backup file at the moment. Why? Can here start a job, and we can see. So the job succeed. So we can close. We can review the historic here, and you can see the job succeed here. That's fine for me. We can go here inside this Raoul test backup, and you can see the master, the model, the MSDB, the cell CRM, and the TGS backup database. So the database has been backup. So this is the first approach. So the second approach, what I'm going to try to show you here now, because we want to apply the cumulative update. So right click here, go to the new query, and we can check the latest, the last update, right? Select version, oh god, this one, version, and then execute. And this is okay. Can copy this one and then that's fine. So as you can see, Microsoft SQL Server 2022 TM, and then this is the last time that has been updated, October 2022. So as you can see a Microsoft Corporation Enterprise Evaluation. So this is for the evaluation. This is not the standard edition or the enterprise, I mean the full enterprise edition. So this is just for the test purpose. This is evaluation. So and then you can see the operating system Windows Server 2019 data center evaluation as well. So right, uh, and then now what I'm going to try to show you, so what we can keep this information because once we update, this will change. So now I'm going to go back to my documentation. What I'm going to go do here, go back to my documentation because this is the SQL Server 2022. I was starting with this build number, this date, I mean release dates So the release date is 2023-02-16. The latest one is 07-13, right? So I'm going to start you in this one. So in order to download a cumulative update is to click here. That will take you to the website. And in this website here now, you can search. This is in French. Donc ça, c'est en français. Sur ce site, vous pouvez descendre en bas. You can scroll down and search for the download file. So let me search here. Let me go back here. So for the Windows, you can get this one. And then you see télécharger le dernier package des mises à jour. Donc c'est ici que vous allez télécharger justement euh, la dernière version, en fait, l'une des versions des cumulative updates. Vous téléchargez, vous cliquez ici sur to download, I need to click here. And then once I click here, Microsoft SQL Server 2020 latest cumulative update, and you can see I need this version. So what I'm going to do here, let me open the Notepad++, right? And then in my Notepad++, okay. So what I'm going to try to show you here, what I'm going to do here. So now I'm going to download. So let me go here, go to the download here, and there's not. So what I'm going to do, so click here, okay, change the language, but I don't need. You can see the version, the date that has been published. And then here, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to click here, and that will start download the file himself. So, and then the file has been downloaded. Go here, and then this is the file, right? I need to let me do something here. Let me copy this, right? And then come back here, and maybe come back here. And then this is key B15. Let me know what? Not part himself, not part. Okay, key B15. Okay, I can take this one out. Okay, this one. And then, okay, so can close this one. This is the new file I just download, right? What I'm going to try to do here, I need to go back here to my VM node 1, which is this one, and then go to PC. So I want to share this download. I want to share this download file. So what I'm going to try to do here, I'm going to try to copy this file, cut this file, come here, and then in this file, okay, let me put it here, right? Let me get it here. Okay, let me go back here. Okay, let me, let me back up file. Okay, let me drop this file here, and that's fine. So, I need to share this one with the VM node 1. So let me go here, go to the DC. Okay, go here, logging it back again. This is my domain controller. Close this one. I need to open this. Go back here. Okay, that file is already here. So let me check here. And then, okay. So what I'm going to try to do here, I need to search for the file here. Okay, go back here. This is, I'm going to go back to my document here, go here, and then search for this. And this is one of the old. So I need to delete this, go back here, go back here. Hope, hope, not this demo. Cut this one, copy, bring back here, and then service batch, paste here, Control V, then that's fine. Okay, so now I'm gonna go here, and this is the new file I just download. So this is fine for me now. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go here because I have a share folder file here, share network folder. So let me use this one, right? Okay, okay, though, that's fine. So I'm gonna get this, copy this, come back here because I have, this is the share folder. If I right click, I can show you here. I can see this is my share folder here because I want to access this download file. So let me paste it here. So now if I go to my notes, right, to my note 1, and then in the note 1, right click here, go to run and search for that. What is that for? Yes, this one. Click because it's the bachelor. This is 0. So click, and this is the file. So now, so what I'm going to try to show you right now is we need to, as you can see on that documentation here, we need to, we can change the synchronous commit to synchronous commit if it, right? We can change the automatic failover to manual failover. I'm going to change this one. So, right, I'm going to change this one. So, because this is my node 1, which is the primary replica. So, I need to expand always on hierarchy group here. And then if you can expand here as well, you can go here, right click, go to the property here. And then in the property, so you can, this is where you can make your change here. You can change the synchronous commit. You can also come here and change to manual failover here. Here, that's fine. Click OK. And we can refresh for the best practice. And then now you can go back here as well. Node 2 and logging. And then best practice, we can refresh here. And then now what I'm going to try to do, go here and then go back here and then right click, no, right click, show the dashboard, and I can show you. So this is manual failover mode, right? So that is fine for me now. I can also change this one. I don't want to change this one, right? So the backup is fine. So now I've taken the backup for this one already. So because this one, let me go to the documentation right here. So here I need to make sure the availability group is on primary replica and upgrade the secondary replica. So we need to upgrade the secondary replica now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come here and do the same action, take the full backup of the database, right? User database and the system database as well. So here, this is the node 2. And then inside here, I can create maybe, gonna say, uh, uh, demo backup, right? Demo backup. And then I will need this file. So let me go here, delete this, go back here, SQL Server, this one, this one, this one, and what I'm going to do here, okay, create a new, okay, and then say demo, no, backup, demo, v, then get this one, copy, want to close, go back to the management, go to the maintenance plan, next, test, backup, what, click next, and then take a full backup, next, next, and then here we need to key pg still model ZB, and then ignore the database where the state is not online. So that's fine. Okay, click OK, go here, destination, and then we can browse, or otherwise we can take this one off, and then we can paste this one, and then we can click and go to option. Okay, this one, just for the demo purpose, we can take this one, click next, finish. And then that is perfect. So brilliant. So now I'm going to refresh this one for the best practice, and this is the backup name. And if you expand this one, you can see this is the backup. So we can also schedule this one automatically. So now what I'm going to do, because there is not a file here at the moment, as you can see, this backup file is empty. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to right click and start the job. Keep in mind, you can also back up your database into the cloud platform, especially into the Azure block storage, data like Gen 2. It's up to you. So, or maybe S3 bucket in AWS, Amazon Web Services. So now, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go back here, and then you can see ERP demo database, KPMG backup database, master database, system database model, and then MSDB, and so on. So then you can close this one, and then now because this is my this is my secondary replica. So keep in mind, this is where you have to come and apply your service patch for cumulative update. So before we jump that, what I can show you, I can open the SQL Server management configuration manager here, and then what I'm going to try to show you here, what I can do here, I can go here and stop, and stop the SQL Server agent. right? Uh, Stop the SQL Server agent, and then right click, go to the property, and then go to service, and then change this one and disable, apply, okay, right? And then close this and refresh for the best practice here, and the SQL Server agent has been disabled, right? Now I'm going to right click here, go to new query here, and then select here uh, version, and then you can see the version right now here, and we can copy this, we can come here, and then now as you can see, we can comment this one, it's up to you, or you can comment, it's up to you. And then as you can see, this is was last year in October 2022. And then now this is the secondary replica, as you can see here, secondary replica. Let me expand this one. Let me expand this one. And then you can see Note SQL Raoul Note 2 is on the secondary replica state or mode. So what I'm going to try to do here, I need to access that share folder here because it's the media, and then click here, and then here now, if you can check here, if you check here, you can see is the SQL Server 2022 RTM 16.0.1000.6, and then the last time that has been updated was in October 2022. Comme vous le voyez, c'est le SQL Server 2022 RTM 16.0.1000.6. Et la dernière fois que ça a été update, c'était je veux dire, en octobre 2022. OK? Et maintenant, nous allons update la dernière version. En fait, il y a déjà une dernière version sur ma documentation qui est celle-ci, comme vous le voyez. Là, maintenant, je vais aller pour celle-ci. So now, I'm going to right click here. So, if you open the control manager here, right? And I can just show you, and then you can see here, right? It's not a lot. So what I'm going to do here, I need to install this, right click, go to run as administrator. And we can now update. Some time is coming. Takes so long, takes some time. And then now, this is the SQL Server Raoul Node 2. This is on the secondary replica. So run. Yes. So you see the hot fix pack. Extraction is on process. So l'extraction est en train. Okay. So give some time. So now this is what we have to do here now. We need to, to accept the license term. So click here, then click next. And then as you can see, MS SQL Server, Database Engine Services, SQL Server Application as well. what you should do here, you can check, click next, and then give some time, checking the file. So, and then now check file in use. So, then now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to click X. Okay. And then now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to update. Click here. That was starting. Some process, update progress. So let me go back here and then give some time. So let me show you the same action in my SQL Server base on my local machine. So for example, if I go back here, right, because like I said, we can have the multiple SQL Server instance installed in your local machine or that reside in your local machine. Je vais vous montrer un petit peu comment on peut aussi exécuter ce cumulative update sur votre machine locale, ok, physique, lorsque vous avez plusieurs instances de SQL Server. Parce que parfois, ça va vous demander de choisir le serveur qu'on veut éventuellement appliquer le service pack. Let me go back here, still in progress. So, for example, if you go back here, go to my folder, take this software, do the same action, right click, run as an administrator, show you something. I don't want to do the same action here, right? And then, okay, still in progress. So, let me go here, my local. Okay, this is my local machine, right? In my local machine, what I'm going to try to show you, just want to, yes, you can see, as you can see here, this is where you can deselect, right? You can select the SQL Server instance uh, according to the requirement. So if you want to apply the service patch or cumulative update only from one server, or maybe for example, or for instance, for SQL Server 2022 EGC01, you need to, for example, unselect all and then select this one, right? And if it's this one, for example, you need to go for this one. If it's this one, you need to unselect and go for this one, right? So they see this is not the same instance name. So EGC01, EGC0 ETC01, ETC02, ETC03, right? So it's according to requirement, right? So keep in mind, it's a very important. You need to pay attention of the detail here. If it's all, you need to select all, right? For example. So yeah, this is just an overview. Let me cancel this one. Yes, cancel. Yes. So and then yes, as you can see here, so they say, okay, all has been fixated, right? So now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to click and then close this one now. So as you can see, now if you what I can do here, I can go back here and then go back to the SQL Server Management Studio here, or Configuration Manager here, pardon. And then in the Configuration Manager, what I'm going to do, go to the property, and then go to the service, and then in the service, you can see automatic apply, okay, and then start, this, and then yes, perfect, brilliant. And then here now, what I'm going to try to show you here now, if you refresh this one for the best practice, and you can see we can check now the version. So this is the old, right? The old update that was in October 2022. So if you come back here, and we can check the version here now, right? You can say, okay, select the version. And if you can go here now, you can see the version has been changed now. Let me go here and then bring this one down. And then now, as you can see the version. This is the version I was trying to show you. If you compare this one with this one, as you can see now, SQL Server 2022 RTMCU 6 KB 1527 and 15 and 5, 50 and 5. As you can see, compare, and was the old. As you can see, June 29, right? 2023. So that has been updated. This is perfect. So this has been done. So now what we have to do, we need to bring this one. So this node 2 will become the primary replica, and the SQL Server Raoul node 1 will become the secondary replica. So what we have to do here, we need to go back here in the SQL Server Raoul node 1. Let me define the password here. And then now what I'm going to try to show you here, I can close this one. See, the version is still the old version. As you can see, October 2022. So I need to apply the service patch for cumulative update hotfix in this SQL Server Raoul node 1 as well. So I already took the backup for this, the user database and the system database as well. So now I'm going to show you something. So if you expand this one and then expand this one as well. So now I can fail over this one. I can also fail over from here. I can open the failover cluster manager console here, and then do it from here, right? Because I want, yeah, I can do it from here as well. I can go here and do from here, right click and go to the move and select the node here, for example, right? So let me close this one. And then now this one will become the secondary replica. And the node 2, which is this one, will become the primary replica, right? Okay. So now let me go to node 1 here and then right click and then failover. Let me start here. Now let me go here. Yes, let me go here. Okay, let me go back here, and then otherwise I can go here, I can open the dashboard here, for example. In the dashboard I can also start failover here, for example, from here. Let me click here and you can see next, next, then yes, choose the node 2 and fine, it's fine. Next, finish. You can see more detail here, and then that's perfect. Close, and then now if we refresh for the best practice here, and you will see, can close this, can still keep this, and then now here what we need to expand, expand, and then you can see now. So this become the secondary, I mean the SQL Raoul node 1 become the secondary replica. If you go back to node 2 and refresh this one for the best practice, as you can see here, expand this, and this become the primary replica, right? So that's fine. Node 2 become the primary replica. So we have to go back to node 1. And in the node 1, as you can see, this still that remain the old, right? We need to apply the cumulative update. Let me show you right now. Go back here and then go back to this folder share network. Click on this one. Click, and this is the key B15 I would like to apply. So in order to do that, first thing I have to do here, uh, let me first of all, because, okay, let me do it first of all. Let me do this one. Okay, SQL configuration manager here, open, and now let me first of all, what I'm going to do here, I need to, okay, click here, go here, open this, and then stop the SQL Server agent. So stop this one, and then right click, go to the property and services here, and then stop this. So disable this one, apply, okay. And then we can come here, we can refresh for the best practice as well. And then we can expand, expand this, expand, expand this, expand, and then so sometime you can encounter a difficult situation for with the database, and that database can come offline. So what you have to do, you need to I mean resume the data movement, right? Right? You need to resume the data movement sometime. So yes, now that is fine for me. So what I'm going to try to show you right now, if you click here, we still have, now we're going to start the process now. So right click, go here, and then everything's fine for me. The backup has been, so I already done the backup for system database and user database. So right click, run as administrator, and then run. Yes. And then hotfix pack is extracting. So l'extraction de hotfix pack est en train de progresser. Donnons quelques temps, quelques minutes. Parfois le serveur peut être lent. Est-ce que server 2022? Perfect. So now what I'm going to do, ce que je dois faire ici, je dois cliquer sur accepter la licence. Next. Et maintenant, on peut avoir plusieurs instances selon ce qu'on cherche à, à appliquer le service patch selon l'instance. Donc, on clique là. Next. So, checking file is on progress. Still in progress. So, let me see repository in DevOps. Okay, I need to create one of the repository, new repository. So, okay. So this is DevOps. Okay. This is my storage account, source group, Azure Machine Learning. So let me go back here and check. It's fine. So, and then what I'm going to try to do, progress, and then application, next, and then click update. And then that can take 15 to 20 minutes. So depend how your processor is. If your processor is very fast, go very quick. So let me go back to the node 2, pardon, node 2 here, and then now here, what I'm going to try to do here, I'm going to try to say, okay, let me go here and then say execute sp underscore rate error log here, and we can say and go see, then we can check everything if there's some error issue here or some error, and then so I think everything's fine. So everything's fine. There's no error log at the moment. There's no error issue here at the moment. So everything's fine. Let me go back here. Not one. What is going on here? Oh, still in progress. Okay, still in progress. Let me check. Yeah, not two. And then also, what I'm gonna try to do here, gbc check gb, and then as the database name here for rename, get this one, copy, then control V, and then check and see. That's perfect. Perfect. Here, gbc check gb, get this one, copy, control V, and then copy, entry, execute this one as well. Perfect. Okay, that's fine. And then what I'm gonna try to do here, let me go back to node 1 and go here. What is going on? Okay, still on process. So Log in here. Close this one. Can close this one as well. This is too slow at the moment. Don't know why. Okay, we close this one as well. Let me go to the task manager and check the performance and go to, okay, so 2 GB. And then let me go back here again. What is going on? I think, let me check, select. Okay, so it's perfect. So as you can see, I don't know why. I think my computer is stuck here. So now what I'm going to try to show you. So let me copy this one and then come back here, paste it here, and I can show you. Let me go here, can show you the difference between the old one and the latest update. So this is the old one. Remember, this is the old one. TM. I mean, the last update was October 2022. And as you can see now, if you can compare this uh, file with this one, this is the KB. So SQL Server 2022 RTMCU6 KB 1527 505. And you can see now this is the latest update, right? So you can see now this is June 29, 22, 23. So that is perfect now. It's working perfect. Let me close this one. I don't know why computer is stuck. Come on, man. Come on. Task manager. Right. And then so I want to close this one. Okay, computer is stuck. So let me go here now. What I'm gonna try to show you now here, I need to go to SQL configuration manager here, console, and then in the SQL server agent, right click, go to the property, and then go to service, and here get to automatic apply. Okay, and start this. Then that's fine. Now what I'm trying to show you, right, can now refresh all. That's fine. Check the database. There's not corrupt database. Everything's fine. So we can expand. That's fine. We can expand the table. There's no table. There's no table at the moment. So and then now, if you select the version, you can see the version. As I told you, you can see everything has been updated. This is June 29, 2023. So and then now, if you can come here, and then expand, you can see this is still on the secondary replica. So the node 1 become the secondary replica, the node 2 become the primary replica. So what I'm going to try to show you right now, and I'm going to try to fail over this one. So let me go here and see here execute sp underscore rate, then done. Go. This fine. So as a database administrator or DBA, be able to go and double check where the error is, or maybe diagnose the error and fix that issue, right? So at the moment, everything's fine. You can also run some GBC check GP, right? And then you cell database or cell CRM around this. See, perfect. Copy this, Control V, and then TGS. Then it's perfect. And then now let me close this one. This one is stuck. Okay. Oh, this one is close. So now what I'm going to try to show you right now, I'm going to try to, okay, I'm going to try to expand this, expand. Right click here, show the dashboard, and in the dashboard can fail over. So let me go here and start fail over, show you, and then go here, close, and refresh this one for the best practice. Go back here to Note 2 and refresh this one as well for best practice, and go, and I can show you right now. As you can see, this one become secondary replica, so that's fine. Come back, so you can see now, perfect. You can go here, you can expand this one, and this one become, I mean the node one become the primary replica. So now what I'm going to try to show you, I'm going to right click, go to the property here, because in my documentation here say that upgrade the primary replica square fell back the primary replica. Now here set the synchronous commit and automatic failover as it was before upgrade. So now I'm going to do here, I'm going to expand this one because I didn't change the availability group mode for the synchronous commit. I didn't change for, you can see here, for asynchronous. So but however, I changed this one, fell over mode. So now I need to bring that back, right? And then click, and then now apply, okay. And then that's fine. And then perfect. So if here we can refresh as well. Perfect. So now everything's fine for me. So let me close this. Yes, say succeed. Remember, because it's stuck, so close. So this is how we can apply the service patch in the SQL Server 2022 that have the existing failover cluster name, right? And keep in mind, when you're working in the organization production environment, you need to have your own documentation in place. And then also, once, as you can see in these tips of the documentation, as when you finish to apply all the service patch, you need to send out communication to the application owner and inform them we are successfully apply the cumulative update service pack, right? And we can also make some testing as well. So, and then keep in mind, this documentation is so important. We can also continue to apply the service patch because, like I told you, or like I said, the latest update on that cumulative update is the 2023 uh, July 13. so which is recently. So keep in mind, this is so important, and this is the documentation I already have, but this is just the demo, so it's nothing very complicated. So this is how we apply the service pack in the SQL Server 2022. Thank you.